Alright guys, new day, new drama, new slop to talk about. Let's just get right into this. A few days ago, the popular Twitch streamer that goes by Valkyrae, I've made a few videos about her in the past. I don't think she's the brightest person. She is Hassan's girlfriend, allegedly. This is something that I saw go down, and I'm like, do I really want to talk about it? I don't know if I want to talk about it. It's kind of a, no pun intended, but a sensitive topic. But then her and the other idiot that goes by QT Cinderella, which blocked me on Twitter, by the way. I'm still crying about that to this day. They went on their little podcast to talk about this situation, and they just kept saying stupid thing after stupid thing. So I'm like, okay, I need to get this off my chest. I need to talk about this. So for context,
I didn't stream yesterday. My brother passed away yesterday. And I had like my meetings, and my mom called me and she's like, yeah, Mark died. And I was like, oh shit. And so, yeah, he had a really bad alcohol problem, and he passed away, from, alcohol. So sad. Yeah, so that was yesterday. I just felt really bad because I had like a lot of resentment towards him. We did not have a relationship. I was like kind of angry yesterday because he just like didn't treat my mom with respect. He did not like my mom. And then my mom was like crying on the phone yesterday to me, and then she was like, you should forgive him. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess I have to because he's dead. Like, well, I don't know, this freaking sucks. Like, I don't know, I was like angry, and she was like, no, she's like, it's okay, just forgive him. And I'm like, fine, I forgive him, but what the fuck? Like, I shouldn't have to forgive him just because he died. I was like, okay, no, that's fine. And so I was just having a weird day yesterday, and I was like, like, you know, we never had a relationship. I feel like he never allowed us to have a relationship. After my dad passed away, he never tried talking to my sister and I again. So it's like, why? Like, okay, yeah, great, you passed away. Fine. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for his kids because his kids are actually nice to us. But it's like, damn.
people overshare. I think there's this issue with a lot of YouTubers and just, I guess, influencers overall with oversharing and talking about a lot of private, personal stuff that I personally don't think should be put out there. Now, I get it. Every single family has drama. There's family members that I have, right, that if they passed away today, I would be celebrating and pissing on their grave. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. If you don't have a relationship with someone, it's like, why should you care? But at the same time, it's like, why do we need to know about this? I think stuff like this really isn't necessary for or I guess 10 million people to to hear. But I mean, if the guy was a shitty brother, then, you know, I guess RIP Bozo. But then at the same time, you have his kids who are nice to you and your family watching this, I'm sure. You're talking about their recently deceased dad. Know that you can keep some stuff private. Not everything needs to be known about you. Valkyrae is clearly not the brightest. I mean, this person says this is totally a normal reaction for a narcissistic sociopath. Don't know why everyone's surprised. Utter disgusting a day later talking shit about her passed away brother. But you know, the thing with this is, and not to defend my queen Pokimane, but it's like, I mean, we don't know if this guy was abusive towards her or towards the mom, physically or verbally. I can't judge someone's whole life based on a 1 minute clip that's one-sided. So long story short, she got a lot of backlash from this. But then after like 4 days, and after all the backlash she got, she decided, she went on the QT Cinderella podcast and started crying about it. This is when I was like, all right, now I'm starting to get the itch to talk about this. The more Valkyrae and QT Cinderella talk, the more I'm like, man, fuck these two. Take podcast equipment away from everyone.
I want to say thank you to those that were being empathetic towards me and understanding that I was just
in shock.
I was being irrational. I really was.
Yeah.
If he would have just called or like just even an apology for something minor, like, hey, sorry I haven't talked to you, I would have threw everything out the window.
Right.
I would have oh, let's go get coffee. Let's go. I'll fly out to Washington right now. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
Like, just even a crumb of like effort.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
It's hard when you care
and the other person doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that experience the same thing. Like, I think this is such a common thing.
No, this is very common.
This is such a common thing. And it's normal. This is normal. Grief is normal.
Influencers need to stop treating this whole internet stuff as a therapy session. It is not. Valkyrae, you have the money, you could go and get real therapy. There's no need to get validation from people online. But it was still warm when she was like, yeah, you know, he died. Yeah, he was a shitty person. But I mean, the kids are cool, they're nice to us, but the dad, no bueno. Come on. It's like, if you're having a bad day or you're just not feeling it, you do know that you could just not stream for a day. You could literally, you have the privilege and the opportunity that a lot of people don't have, which is you could turn off all of your devices. You can go to the beach. You could go to a whole different country for the weekend if you wanted it to. You're like, man, I'm kind of depressed. Let me go to Japan for a week. Let me not stream for a week. You could do that. Unlike a lot of other people who cannot do that and they just have to roll with the punches. Once again, it's super easy to hate on Valkyrae, and I'm trying to be as neutral as I possibly can with this, because do I hate her? No. Do I think she says dumb shit and sometimes she's really stupid? Yeah, I get it. Everyone grieves differently. I don't think there's only one defining way someone grieves. Does anyone watch Valkyrae for her family advice? You play video games, you react to content, do that. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to do it because you're sad or you're having a shitty day, or in this situation, your brother that you weren't even close to passed away, and you're feeling lots of different ways about it. What I do when I'm in situations like these, I just don't upload. If I had Valkyrae's money and stuff like this came out and I'm just having the worst day possible and it just fucking sucks and I don't know how I feel and I'm grieving, you know what I will do? I will legitimately go to Japan for like a week. The last thing you need when you're grieving is to go in front of 10 million people and say stupid shit like she did. Once again, your audience are not therapists. You have the money, you have the privilege, you could fix this. If not fix it, you can definitely try and get help.
I think I should know better.
I'm starting to actually get tired of blaming us. I really am. I've decided this. Like, I'm really tired of, you've done the same thing for 8 years, right? You've
11.
been 11. There you go. You've been you to an internet audience, that you grew by being you. And only now are people being so disingenuous to monetize their own like insidious like interpretation of what you're doing. Like, I'm done with it. I'm done apologizing. No. Go fuck yourself. You're allowed to feel these things. You really are. You're allowed to go onto autopilot mode and be like, fuck my brother.
I mean, definitely. I think anyone could do this. But at the same time, don't be surprised when people have a strong reaction to it. I mean, you could literally say anything and upload whatever the fuck you want to the internet, but it's on the internet and anyone is allowed to share their opinions about it. It's that simple. And if you don't want anyone to talk about it, then don't put it out there. I don't know what's so hard to understand. It's that simple. Don't be surprised when you get backlash for it. These people have been around for longer than I have, and I've learned that that if you put something out there, it's not always gonna hit, and people will call you out and criticize you, and you learn from it or you don't. It's like, you put it out there. No one beat this information out of you. No one leaked this information. We don't need to know this. Anything up on the internet is up for critique.
Go fuck yourself. You're allowed to feel these things. You really are. You're allowed to go onto autopilot mode and be like, fuck my brother. Like, fuck. Like, these are normal feelings to have, and it just sucks that now everybody is so angry that then they decide to pick you apart for having a very normal part of grief. Like, it's so normal.
It feels like I said it 20 billion times by now, and I hate to get repetitive, but it's your fault for putting this out there. Well, now QT and Valkyrae are acting like they're never the problem. No, guys, we are never the issue. It's always the other people who are the issue. We obviously have nothing to do. We're just innocent victims here, and everyone else is a psychopath bully who hates women. And I forgot I said this. WestJet, they're done with us. By the way, follow my Twitter, or I'll cry. This person says, why do these streamers think they are any different from someone in a public space? If you voice a public opinion, expect to get people who disagree or agree with you. Stop playing the victim cards. It's pathetic. I 1000% agree with this. Another comment that I really fucking agree with. Yes, you're entitled to go into autopilot mode and say screw your brother, even if it's inappropriate. However, once you make those statements public, people have the right to criticize you for them. I agree. As someone that's made a lot of videos, a lot of good ones, but you know, every now and then I put out a video that's an L and kind of controversial. It happens to the best of us, all right? And once again, if you learn from that, I don't think that's a mistake. It becomes a problem and a really big mistake if you don't see anything wrong with that or the reason why you got backlash in the first place. I would expect for someone like Valkyrae and QT Cinderella, who've been doing this for a lot longer than I have, to realize it by now. But it's one thing to keep it private, and it's a whole different thing to broadcast it to millions of people. This is not an open therapy session. This is the fucking internet. So this person said that. It got some support, and this person says, my issues with this is that A, she mentioned the children of her very recently deceased brother alongside the privacy of another family member, and B, anything you make public is something people are allowed to discuss and criticize. Agree, I don't think that's a controversial take. Man, I'm so sick of these fucking streamers and influencers. Like, just shut the fuck up and play your games. Make the content that your fans wants to see. Collect your millions and shut the fuck up. Like, I'm tired of everyone treating this like a fucking open therapy session, group therapy session. Shut the fuck up and play Among Us.